What is up, guys? Welcome back to another deadline stream. Today we got round of 16 action, which of course means that we all are picking a team with unlimited transfers, which is very exciting because it's a great time to reset no matter how bad you're doing. Me, I'm doing decently, so let's take a look at my league. The link is in the description down below to join the league. Let's see. Here we go. Leagues. I believe we got some people that are doing pretty well in the league, actually. I'm in this league as well as FPL Penguins League. So we got Liam Ratcliffe, who's got a total of 226 points, with 77 points coming last week. He's been very consistent so far, 738 points total. A pretty solid week all around. Wijnaldum and Shaqiri last week. So great job to him. Here's how my team is looking at the moment. So there is, 25 minutes left? I still could make changes, but I think a lot of it's going to come down to a couple key potential differences I could make. So right now I got CR7, Immobile, Moreno, Wijnaldum, Insigne, Højbjerg, Alba, Spinazzola, Mele, I'm just going to say it like that because it's simple, Dumfries, Donnarumma, Simone, Forsberg, Stones, and Sterling. So it's actually pretty interesting, like the strategy behind, thinking about who all we're going to select. There's a lot of things to take into consideration that is different from FPL in my opinion, including it's more about potential fixtures than actual fixtures. So, for example, let's pull up the brackets. Euro 2020. Let's go to brackets. Because, what's a good example? Whoever wins out of England and Germany, I believe, has a pretty easy fixture after that. But for a lot of other people, it may not be the same. Not Denmark. Let's go. Here we go. Here's the bracket. If it will load. So we can see that whoever wins out of Belgium and Portugal is probably going to have to play Italy, so that's something to keep in mind. Right now I don't have any Portugal players in the team. Any Belgium players in the team. I do have CR7. That could easily be Jota instead, and I could switch to Depay, and that would give me money. That's one of my big decisions. But it's worth keeping in mind that whoever wins out of England and Germany plays Sweden or Ukraine, and Sweden have been good so far defensively, but still, especially like England defenders, I'm really liking at least having one at the moment. Not only have they been defending extremely well, but having a relatively easier round of 16 matchup is a big deal, considering we're getting to that point of the tournament where pretty much every other fixture is going to be tough for every other team. The other one would be Netherlands. If they beat Czech Republic, they play Wales or Denmark, and that's pretty good. So Netherlands and England players, I think that gives them a little bit extra boost in my opinion, especially England because of how good they've been defensively. Netherlands, of course, have been scoring goals, but not as stable defensively, so that rules out a position. Spain, I like them as well, even though they have to play France probably next round. Croatia is a pretty decent matchup, and they have some pretty decent value players. So let's go back to the team real quick. How's it going, Kobe? You say all right. That's great. You need help. Okay, thoughts on Grealish? I personally would avoid. It's just a little bit too risky, but I understand. I've looked at him so many times, or at least that price range a lot. If you're in a similar situation to I was, in comparison to trying to find that cheaper midfielder, you can see I went Højbjerg here, just because I know he's going to start. It's against Wales. He did take a penalty. He missed it, so he may be on penalties. We don't know, but he's gotten assists. There's at least potentially something there. But he's really cheap, and it allows for money elsewhere. You have Donnarumma, Bonucci, Spinazzola, Mele, Wijnaldum. I like this team. My one criticism would be Goretzka. I understand that midfielder price range, it's not great. So I can't be too harsh on it, but I don't know. Maybe someone a little cheaper, because I think you could probably find someone cheaper that provides the same point likelihood, I suppose. Not only am I streaming, but I also have meatballs from Shaw's. Don't ask why, but I have meatballs and I'm eating them. So Gerard Moreno actually provides pretty good value. He should be starting. It's just that he's so cheap. I don't expect a lot from him necessarily, but he is on a great team. There's not really any other Spanish attackers I'm super interested in. I think he's better than Morata simply because he's better than Morata as a player probably, or just recent performances, I would say. Man, I'm so upset with Morata. That was so disappointing last week. You know, I had him in my team. He had the penalty. He started at striker for Spain. They went up. They won 5-0. He didn't do anything. Very unfortunate. Thoughts on Berardi, Sarabia, and Damsgaard. Not huge on Sarabia. I don't trust his goal threat. We can go to SofaScore here because this may be helpful. Let's not put that. We can go to SofaScore and see what their stats look like for these players. But Stones or Alba? Okay, Sarabia and Stones or Alba and Grealish. I mean, it depends on if you think Grealish starts, I suppose. I think he should, but maybe not, because they could easily play Sterling, Kane, and Saka, and I think that makes sense as well, given how Sterling scored multiple times. Kane's going to start, and Saka played well last game. So that could very easily happen. Let's pull up Mr. Sarabia. I still like Berardi, their nerd. I know I don't have him. I actually have 4 other Italy players. But I still like. I think he's great. I mean, I think he's been a little bit unlucky to not have done more so far. He's done a decent amount. He likes to take shots at least. He's not scared to rip a long shot. He will at least give you a chance. He will probably take multiple shots. I don't know if they'll be high XG shots, but he'll probably have at least a chance of doing something. Donna, get down. Pablo Sarabia. So look what he did last game. I should have just searched Spain. So in the 5-0 win against Slovakia, I don't think this is the best way to judge somebody because of how easy this game was, but Spain have been very good as far as expected goals and just generally creating chances as well as defending this tournament. They could have easily won every game 1 or 2-0, and it wouldn't have been crazy. So maybe the results have been a little bit unlucky so far, I would say. Can we see his full lineups? Because this could be a great option for me as well, Mr. Sarabia. He played right wing, which is good to see. I did not realize Ferran Torres did not start last game. He had 4 shots total, 2 on target. He hit the post. He missed a big chance. 78 touches is a lot for a winger, but I would expect that in the Spain team. He had 1 key pass, 1 big chance created. These are amazing statistics. Let's go back a previous game, though, because that is Slovakia, and of course he did have a goal and an assist. To Poland. Poland, decent enough. They gave them some trouble. And this is one of those games he didn't start, of course. I think, me personally, I'm going to avoid because I'm worried about rotation risk. He didn't start the first game either, did he? I don't remember the first game, but I don't think he started. Yeah, he didn't. I'll probably avoid. Does anybody know if he's going to start for sure? But back to Alba and Grealish. I think if I had to choose, I would go Alba and Grealish, but I'm not huge on Sarabia or Grealish. I'm just too worried about rotation personally. They're nuclear atoms. And between those 3 nerd, I'm going to have to say Berardi if I have to choose one. Unless you already have 4 Italy players, and then I'd probably go Damsgaard. Forsberg or Perisic and Alba and Stones. Oh wait. Forsberg or Perisic. Okay, I see the question. I'm going to say Forsberg. And Alba or Stones is a close one. I'm going to say try to find a way to get both, but if you have to choose one, I'm going to say Stones, actually. Like, it just depends, because Alba's got more goal threat, but I don't know. I think Alba's better this week. Stones, if they win, is better next week, but that's potentially a big if. Alba's safer, but he's also got more attacking threat. He's also more expensive. So if the price doesn't matter, I'm actually going to change that to Alba. I like both of them, though. So let me see. I have 0.6. The one thing I could do is I could go Ronaldo down to Depay. I don't think I'm sold on Depay though. I think I'm gonna stick my forwards as they are. Maybe changing Moreno. The one thing I'm interested in is potentially downgrading Insigne to Berardi now that you bring him up, and that would allow me to get a more expensive striker. Or maybe I'd go even cheaper. I would like to go up to Benzema. I know that's a lot at forward, but then I'd have terrible midfielders, and I don't think that works. I'm okay going for I'm okay with going for Italy players given the good fixture. So, oh, we got Wilfred Zaha in the chat. It's not spelled quite the same, but fair enough. Free-Naga. Oh, instead of Goretzka, that's a good question. I would say Højbjerg. That's just who I went with. There's not many amazing options. If we go to mids at this price, so how much is Goretzka again? I think he's 6.5, around that area. Yeah, Goretzka's 6.4. It's hard to find someone better. I think Berardi is the way to go at this price, and if you can't reach Berardi, you probably have to go all the way down to someone like Højbjerg. And at that point, you're just taking a chance, really. But could be worth it. It could. But I think Berardi's pretty solid. Let's see, if I put Berardi in instead of Insigne, that gives me 9.6. That's not bad. I mean, there's some players at this price range that could be interesting. But I'm close to the ones that I would really want. Okay, so the reason I put Ronaldo is because let's look at the other forwards. So Mbappe is here. Mbappe is basically playing as a winger. I think it's an easier fixture for sure. The main reason I went for Ronaldo is I think Portugal, okay, I don't think they're going to win, but I think Portugal and Ronaldo especially, it's almost like, am I super confident in it? No. It's almost, I'm treating him like Salah in FPL, where I don't know, so I'm going with the guy that's done something every single week. But not only that, like, he did well against Hungary, he did well against Germany and France, and these are tough fixtures already. So adding another tough fixture onto that doesn't seem as bad to me. So like when you put the fixtures in context in comparison to what he's already done, I don't think it's that terrible of a fixture. It's also Ronaldo, so you can trust that. You can trust his quality at least, and he's great in big games. Like, so you don't have to worry about any. So Mbappe, like, he's not on penalties. He's playing out wide. You don't have to worry about anything like that with Ronaldo. You know he's going to be through the middle. The most likely Portugal player to score. If they do well, he's got a great chance. There's a lot of things you don't have to worry about. And my one issue with him is not choosing him over Mbappe. It's more the guys that are cheaper than him, like Depay, and even Lukaku, because you can maybe use that extra couple of million pounds could be nice. So that would be the decision to make. Like, but he's just been so good. I can't go without him. And when I say good, I mean good in terms of scoring goals. I trust Portugal. I mean, I could go Jota as well. So let's say I didn't go for him. I could go Benzema, and that would give me money, and that would be nice. So France have had to play. I mean, France played Germany. France haven't played that well, though, to be honest. I think I'd probably stay away from Benzema just for that reason, although it is a good fixture. See, that's the thing. I go through everybody else, and I don't really trust them, besides Depay. But I want one Portugal player, at least. I want a Portugal attacker, and I think I'm going to stick with Ronaldo. And Belgium, you know, they haven't been the best defensively. Probably a little bit worse than some people would have expected. Russia, okay, Denmark scored 1 and Finland scored 0, but watching the games, I was like, you know what, I don't know. I didn't believe in it completely. I don't have a solid answer as for why I'm going CR7, but it's sort of the Salah effect. Let's go to Portugal's recent statistics. I want to see how good Jota is doing, if I see any good statistics here, I may put him in instead of Ronaldo, because I think Jota is someone I really want to recommend to a lot of people because of his price. It's hard to find great midfielders at that price at the moment. Let's check what they did against France. No French attackers for me at the moment. Benzema would be the one to go for, in my opinion, if I was to choose one, because of the price as well as... Grealish, I mean, personally, I would have started the World Cup. Grealish, Kane, and Sancho. That's who I think should play. But I'm just worried about picking England's rotation, given the fact that if you already have to deal with rotation, you want it to be a team that's is going to score goals, like Man City, for example. But with England, the way they've been playing is like, a team that's going to win 1-0. So given there's some rotation risk there, I'm like, what's the upside? I suppose there is theoretical upside with the players they have. You imagine they can do very well all together as a team, but it just hasn't quite worked out like that. Jota actually had 0 shots last game. That's not what you really want to see. 0 key passes, 0 shots. It's not great. 90 minutes. I mean, that's against France, though. Ronaldo still took 5 shots against France. I mean, I know he had the penalties, obviously, but still, penalties are going to happen occasionally, right? And who else would they rather give them to than Ronaldo? But I'm going to stick with Ronaldo, I think. I don't want to go against him. I don't want to go against Ronaldo at this point. He's been too good, and he's had tough fixtures. What's another tough fixture for him? 10 minutes to go, yes. I could have both Insigne and Berardi. Currently, I already have 4 Italy players, though, so I couldn't go for both. And that would be the issue. So let's see. If I can go from Moreno to Benzema, I had to downgrade somewhere. Well, I've already got rid of Insigne to Berardi. I think that's theoretically a little bit better. Spain haven't been the best attacking wise. Who should I downgrade now? I mean, I feel like the obvious choice is Sterling. I have one Stones defender. I mean, one England defender. Do I need an England midfielder? Maybe not. Yeah, I think I should sell Sterling, actually. I think this may be the way to go. I think this makes a little more sense. I would have got Jota if I didn't just look up his statistics. I know Pogba's aren't going to be great. I could get someone I know is going to start. Get Aaron Ramsey. I liked Aaron Ramsey last game. Bale's out of my price range. Ramsey had a lot going for him last game. Or last game I watched at them. I think they might have been their last game. No, that was against Turkey. Denmark versus Wales. What's going to happen in that game? That's a big question. Yeah, I agree with Alan here. I think Sterling out is kind of obvious, because the main reason I say this is because, like a lot of people have said in chat, with other people performing well, I think Saka was great, and obviously I love Grealish. I think they could justify benching him. Will he be benched? Probably not, but there's still a little bit of a risk there. Who would I get, though? This is why I was getting mid questions. I look at these guys, and I simply don't see anything I really want. I already have Højbjerg in there, which is kind of unfortunate. I mean, I honestly don't love any of these. I wish I could go Shaqiri. He's got a tough matchup. I mean, we could just do this. We could bring Insigne back in. We could do Insigne and Berardi. We could see how this works. But then I'd have to sell. I don't know if I want to triple up. Oh my gosh. I'm going to go so cheap in midfield, though. Only got 6 minutes. My overall rank is hold on. Yeah, I can tell you once let me just make a move so I can save it and we can go check. Yeah, I gotta really focus on this though. I don't have much time. You know what? For now, let's go without Insigne. Insigne, I really like him, but I just think that he may be a little bit too much, given the fact that we have Berardi. I can just hope Berardi happens to score the goal. I know Insigne is going to be way more lively. There's no doubt about that. For now, I'll throw in Ramsey. Am I excited about it? Not really. How does that work out with captaincy, though? So we got Ramsey in right now. Let's go to date. Okay, so I need to put Benzema or Alba on the bench. So I'll put Alba on the bench. There we go. So I'll have to sub him in a little bit before people. And how does this work for captaincy now and make sure everything's good? So captaincy, I go Immobile. I got a lot of people playing today. Immobile, Ronaldo, Benzema. And then if nobody's still done anything, then it's between Stones and Forsberg. Immobile, Ronaldo, Benzema, my forwards. That works. I got Dumfries, Wijnaldum, Ramsey. Ramsey and Højbjerg are weird picks. Out of those, Kobe, I think I would go Spinazzola, actually. KDB or Forsberg. Yeah, that's right. I could find a way to get KDB. That's a good idea, too. I think I like Damsgaard a little more than Sarabia, but I don't know. You guys are sort of changing my mind on Mr. Sarabia. I think he's actually going to... As long as he starts, I like the Spain matchup. I kind of want a Spain attacker, but I'm not sure which one they get now that I don't have Moreno. So my overall rank is 43,000. 43,000, not terrible. So I get Benzema against Switzerland. I get Wijnaldum. I miss out on some potential Spain action, but they haven't been the most creative anywhere, and I'm not sure where it's going to come from. I could throw another Spain defender in there, but I think it's fine at the moment. Let's go back to make transfers. Let me see what I can do with Ramsey. Let's go to Denmark real quick because I want to compare. That guy to Højbjerg. I forgot his name. Damsgaard. I only have 2 minutes, so this would probably be my final decision. Yeah, good luck, guys. A lot of tough ones. Højbjerg and Damsgaard have the top 2 ratings so far in the Euros, by the way. Not that that means points, but that still means something, right? They've been very good. So against Russia, I mean, Damsgaard's just further forward. He almost makes more sense. Yeah, whatever. I'll go with Ramsey. I'll go with Ramsey and Damsgaard. I'll throw Damsgaard in there. That works. Alright, I think I'm all set. That gives me a French attacker instead of a Spanish one. It's way more expensive, but I'll take it. I like that he's playing through the middle. It's nice. Yeah, I'll take a chance with Benzema. I've never been a huge Benzema fan, to be honest, but I'll take a chance with him and Ramsey. Ramsey sneaks into the team somehow. Just because I didn't like any of the other mids, and I get a guaranteed starter. CR7 or Lukaku? If I had to choose, I'm going CR7. You don't have much time, though. CR7 had 5 shots against France. That is really good. That is amazing. Euros is going to be tough, though, because so many, like, depending on how risky you were, your players just get eliminated. So we have William here, who took a chance on William, not the William double up, the Denmark double up at the back. He's got Christensen and Melee in there, or Melee. Dumfries, Wijnaldum, and Depay. Immobile, Benzema, Berardi. I think this is a well-balanced team. I mean, our teams are similar. We have the same quadruple up on Italy, and that's probably the main similarity. But he's got Sarabia and De Bruyne and Depay. So some big differences, but the same general look of the team. I wonder if that will be a common theme. Who else should we go for? And the deadline has struck. I know I'm late on that, but yeah. The deadline is here, which means Denmark are now playing live, which is going to be a good game. I actually am excited to watch this game. I know it's one of the worst quality games that we have left, but how Wales play after their last couple of games is going to be interesting. They've had to play some tough games. The one against Italy, you know, they don't really get to show how good they are. And of course, Denmark, after everything that happened in the first game, they had some low-scoring games. I don't think they're the best attacking side, which is why, you know, getting Højbjerg and Damsgaard is like, I don't have much confidence in it. But I like the wing-back that I got from them. I think it should be nice. Let's take a look at some people that may be in chat if their team is in the league. So we got Kobe. Kobe was here. Let's check out what he was doing. So he's got Lukaku, Benzema, Depay, Damsgaard, Melee, Dumfries, Berardi, Wijnaldum. So very similar team. He's got Lukaku though. Went for Lukaku instead of Ronaldo, and he's also got Yarmolenko on the bench. I thought about Yarmolenko like that. That's like my Ramsey spot. But I think Sweden have been a little bit better than Denmark, I would say, as far as consistency goes. But of course, Denmark had some weird circumstances, but still, I think Sweden have been pretty good. Oh yeah, that's right. I do have the Spain goalkeeper, so I have a Spanish double up. I'm happy with that. I definitely, coming into this game week, I knew, like, no matter what the fixture was going to be, I wanted Spain defenders, at least one Italy defenders. I've got 2 of those, as well as 2 Spanish defenders, and I wanted an England defender, even though they played Germany. I just think England have been very good defensively. And Germany aren't that threatening. I think Stones is a solid pick. Nailed on. Maybe a little bit too expensive given his goal threat, but like I said, I've been too burnt with rotation at this point, so I'm tired of it. I'll go with the nailed on Stones. All right, good luck, everyone. Thanks for joining me on the live stream. It's time for us to go watch the game and hope Mr. Aaron Ramsey scores. And I will see you guys next time.